Hello! So this is a weird one. Yes, in a first for this channel, and almost certainly a last, I will be showcasing a pre-alpha build of an unfinished PlayStation 2 game that was never released, and very few people ever heard of, and there's no footage of on the internet or anything. And it's all by a series of weird coincidences. Well, actually, it's just one weird coincidence. Anyway, let me show you said game. It is Explosion Royale for the PlayStation 2 by King of the Jungle. Now, what you can't probably make out on camera here is this is fake as hell. This is a mock-up box which has been made, and is quite obviously an inkjet print when you see it in the flesh. Now, the reason I bought this is because it looked fake. Let me explain. You see, I went into the Bernardo's charity shop in Anglia Square in Norwich on the 17th of January 2012 and bought this. I know the date exactly because I tweeted about it afterwards and I had to search the archive to find it. So basically, yeah, they had a load of PS2 games in, and yeah, nothing of particular interest. Then I saw Explosion Royale. I thought, that's weird, haven't seen that. Saw it said NTSC, and thought, oh well, I do have a chipped PS2, I could probably play that. Interesting. Got it out, and it is obviously mocked up, even to the back there, where you've got something covering the stuff. You're not allowed to do that, you know. Oh no, can't cover the important text, Sony will break your legs. You know, it's clearly not real, and indeed, when you look inside, that's very much, and quite painfully obviously, a DVD-R that somebody has made at home. Well, not at home, in the office, I would presume, the office of the publisher. So, yeah, I thought, well, that looks interesting, I shall buy it, and you know, chipped PS2, it'll probably play it. Well, of course it didn't, because it's like not actually anywhere near a finished game, and it's something that will probably only run on a development kit. However, it also runs on an emulator, I discovered, which turned out to be quite useful. Now, if you're wondering who King of the Jungle are, they were a British developer. Can't remember whereabouts, somewhere in England I think they were based. They made B-Movie and Agent Armstrong for the PS1 and Groove Rider Slot Car Racing for the PS2, which I think I've heard of, or maybe I just really want to play it now I've heard the name. I don't know. They were bought by Swedish developer Unique Development Studios years ago, and then the whole thing went bust in about 2005. But this was being developed in about 2003, because the only information I could find on the internet was from somebody called Jolyon Myers, who was an artist on it, who has it on his portfolio on his website. Unfortunately, he didn't have any contact details for himself, so I never got in touch with him. But that's a job for other people, as we will say at the end of the video anyway. So yeah, I literally made a sort of short video of it playing, put it on Twitter, and then forgot all about it for like 4 years, except was reminded of it after another slightly odd coincidence, where I ran into some of the people behind the channel Did You Know Gaming in the Tesco near my office. I thought they were an American channel. It turns out very much not. Anyway, we ended up going to the pub later on, and yeah, somehow unreleased games came up, and I said, oh my god, I've got that thing I got in the Bernardo's charity shop years ago. So I have now dug it out for a video. I will now show you the amazing footage of Explosion Royale as extracted from the DVD. We'll begin with the rolling demo thing that plays during the title sequence if you leave it for a minute, and then go straight into what gameplay there is. Interim demo. Content's not representative of final demo. Yep, it's a really early pre-alpha of Explosion Royale. And judging from the intro sequence, it's got a sense of humour to it. I'm slightly worried, by the way, that none of the soldiers seem to have any eyes, though. They've got this kind of weird, white, blank, pupilless stare going on. Oh, and here we go. Straight into the action. Kind of. Well, this chap's carrying a lot on his back, and he's got very strange proportions. But there's a piece of cake in front of him, so let's pick that up. Right, so the right stick is rotating him round on the spot like he's on an invisible record player, and he can look down and up, and pushing up makes his head move down, a bit like an aircraft, which is odd. Button-wise, Right, so that's the button above the left trigger. The left shoulder button is jump. Right shoulder button is shoot. Your triggers aren't doing anything, and the face buttons aren't doing anything. Now, I think if you press select, it said, yep, we can place 3 explosives around the supergun, destroy fuel pods on the rockets, kill enemies in underground bunker, place poison in bunker bar, hopefully that's a cocktail, find gold bullion, fuel the jeep, and jump the fallen bridge with the jeep, just like Batman would. Ooh, controls, right. R1 fire, L1 jump, yeah, we worked that bit out. Cycle cameras, drop and drop camera, key guide, blah, 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 into exit vehicles. Right, nothing else seems to do anything. From what I remember, in this very early sort of proof of concept thing, virtually nothing actually happens. But oh, you can change the camera. You've got a weird over-the-shoulder one. That's not very useful. You've got sort of behind the other arse cheek one. Again, not very useful. What else have we got? A sort of first-person view that doesn't really work properly because it's got polygons glitching in front of it, and your smoke fills up the whole of the screen when you fire. Yeah, that's not going to be a whole lot of use in gameplay, that one. It's pretty, though. And back to the start. That is the first one, isn't it? Yeah, looks like it. There we are, we'll pick up a piece of cake. This is keep out top secret, and also doesn't do anything, so that's fair enough. Let's have a leap. Down here is an entrance for very, very short people, because he can't seem to fit down it. Maybe he's just freakishly tall. Warning! You're entering a top-secret military installation. Any destruction of property or staff is prohibited. Sounds fair. Right, more power-ups. For some reason the bullets give you hearts. Not quite set for that. Ah, it's an Evilton! Come here, you. Ah, I'm guessing the whole collision detection thing hasn't been playing as yet. Yeah. Doesn't matter if he shoots me, doesn't matter if I shoot him. Oh well. Such is life. Are these ropes you can climb up? Or? No, they aren't, are they? They're just... might have been in the full game, but not in this, unfortunately. Oh, I found some bullion. That's always nice. That was one of the objectives, wasn't it? Does that... Yes, there we are. Find gold bullion, 16%. Marvellous. I can run across here and... Ah, that's solid. Can I shoot it? I can shoot it, but it doesn't do anything. Fair enough. Bugger off, you. You're just a ghost. A ghost that was never really there. Right, so we can go over this bridge. There's more explosives there. And up here is some sort of tower thing going on. Ah, now what are we getting towards? Is this the super gun? I think it probably is. There's weird targets on it. Something we can shoot? Nope, could be a placeholder texture or something. I seem to remember you could shoot the barrels. So, no, apparently not. Nope, the barrels are indestructible barrels. Oh no! Whoa, no they're not. Hey! Something happens! Can we blow the chap up? Come on. Nope. Like all soldiers, he is immune to explosions. If only that were true. Right. I don't think there was actually anything else to do from what I can recall, and that's pretty much fitting in with what I can see. You've got these green target things. I suppose that's where you were going to put the explosives, perhaps? Yeah, destroying the struts on the supergun. That makes sense, doesn't it? But unfortunately there's no vehicles to rock around in, not much space, and... there's a big slab, which is always nice. I'm going to jump down here and see what happens. Very little is the answer to that. Oh well. Let's have a wander through here. Is there a secret room under the waterfall? There always is in video games. Oh god. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't think I should have gone there. I've been swallowed by the abyss. Needed to get the ring from Artorias' grave. Oh well. Yeah. As he slowly disappears into the ether, we'll end that there. Yeah, there isn't a whole lot else to it from what I remember. I will now play it again, and if there is anything extra, I will add it on the end of the video. So that's your lot on Explosion Royale. That is all we have of the game. Looking like it would be fun. It's a pity it was never released, really, but there we are. Such is life. Why the bloody hell a sort of mocked-up version with a development demo turned up in a Norwich charity shop. I have no bloody idea whatsoever. And that's a true story, by the way. I've not, like, made up details to cover the time I stole it from their office or something. It's not a wind-up or some sort of promotion. This is genuinely just a really weird coincidence. So now, well, it's going to have to go on to Unseen 64, I would imagine, who will be the sort of people who are interested in this. They're a website that do unreleased games and that. I haven't sent it to them yet. I'll email them something later. In fact, I'm going to give this to the Did You Know Gaming guys, who I believe have worked with Unseen 64, so we'll be able to pass everything on. But if you are from Unseen 64 and you want, like, the ISO file of the image, give me a shout and I'll email it over. Anyway, that's weird, isn't it? That will never happen again in my life, I wouldn't have thought. I mean, somebody might conceivably give me, like, something they've found from an office, but just finding it in a charity shop. What are the odds? I was only in there looking for Tat and maybe some of those Japanese Simple series games for the PlayStation 2, which I haven't got all of them yet. I've got most, but I still haven't got... what do they call Ano-chan Barra over here? Zombie Hunters, I believe. Anyway, this is entirely irrelevant. The moral of the story is, look in charity shops. And be nice to people and stay in school and don't do drugs and stuff.